who needs expression blend? Not me. Right, okay, so with this VM now, we've built it with Windows Server 2003 R2, and it's got Service Pack 2 on it. It's a Hyper-V image, so if you want to mount ISOs into here, all you have to do is actually come into the Server Manager and come down to the Hyper-V Manager, and then the Hyper-V will come up, and you can see here that one's the only one that's running at the minute. And simply what you do is come in here and you can just go settings and you can change it there. So you can just change where the location of your ISO. Or the other way to do it, which is probably a bit easier, is to unmaximize it, coming here and just insert the disk that way and pick the ISO you want to use. So that allows you to kind of install new things if you get installs for other bits and pieces. The environment at the minute is Microsoft Office SharePoint Server 2007 Service Pack 1 to match your prod. The only difference that doesn't match your prod is that it does match your prod exactly, isn't it? This is, but it's an x86 environment rather than x64. So I do want to try and get you guys onto the x64 instead, just so that you're completely the same as test and prod. You can see from here that the only things we've actually got running in this one, and this is the one that you guys have actually built, oh, it's taking that long. So you can see here all we've actually got on here. Okay, so in the environment currently, you've got your normal application pool for your My Sites and for your SSP, and also for your central admin, and then this one's here is like all the extra bits that SharePoint whacks in as well. So you'll notice here that there's two. You must have had a crack at creating two shared services, because it looks like it's created two app pools, one for these things and one for that thing, but you can live with that. That's not too big a deal. You can clean that up if you like later on, but for now I don't want to kind of do that while I'm showing you stuff. So what David's done is he's created a MOS demo for 500. So if we run that up, it should be just local host and then port 4500. And then so that'll be the first time it's run in a while, so it might take a little while to spin up. While that's doing that, I'll just show you this. So this machine is an Active Directory domain controller, as well as a SQL box, as well as a SharePoint box, as well as your Visual Studio development environment. The reason I've done that is the ability for you to come in here and without needing to go and speak to the AD guys, is you can come in here and go, right, I need a new user and we're going to call him Jeremy Thanke, right? And you can go through and chuck in the password, and I'd recommend just using the same password for everything, and that's the settings you have. And then what that gives you the ability to do, and we'll show this in more detail later on, is I can come in here and modify what I want to do in here exactly how I want it and test whatever I want. So if you're writing those codes to update Active Directory and update user profiles, it doesn't matter because you're just in the confines of this user interface. So hint hint. So you get the idea with that. Okay, so when this was installed not as the administrator, it was installed as the farm, wasn't it? So what I'll do is I'll just add so that everyone can access that. So how would you do that? So at the minute it's only the farm administrator who can see that. So if I open up central admin The reason the administrator's not got access is because this was created with someone else. So if I come in here and have a look at site collection administrators, for this one you'll see it's SP Farm and then David. So that's fine. Really, and the problem is you can't put groups in here. They have to be user accounts, which is really crap. So what you have to do, obviously, if I've gone in there as administrator at the minute, admin hasn't got rights in there because it's SP Farm and that. Now, as you're logged into this box as the administrator, it actually makes sense to change that. So that really should be the administrator there. And to be honest, I tend to just do that to reduce confusion. Like, your admin account is your site collection administrator. If you have lots and lots of site collections and you want to do multiple site collections, then sure, if you're using like an end user, then sure, have more than one. But remember, you can always come in here, as long as you've got access to central admin, you can come in here and change that. So if you haven't got access to a site collection, come in here and put in your own user account and then unlock it. So that's actually going to blow me out, so I'm going to have to just sign back in as the administrator.